Yes, I know it's actually spelled H-A-I, not H-E-I, but it's actually pronounced that way, so that way the joke works better. So, yes, hello. And if you're watching this archived, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Somebody in chat said Hio, spelled H-E-I-O. So then I replied Sharko, because in German shark is Hai, spelled H-A-I. But I spelled it as H-E-I-O for the joke. So, yes, Shadows, I said that because you changed the game as well. I see. Hello, and thank you for the hosting with that one viewer who seems to be present whenever anybody hosts. So thank you for hosting. And we're building some more trains today, so that's exciting. Let me switch over. That's the wrong thing, that is the right thing, and there we go. So, how is everyone watching today? No problem. No problem because of what? Missed the first few seconds, unfortunately. We'll watch it back. I see. Oh, you raided with a party of one. You know, that always, to me, seems like you're taking something away. Like, if you're being raided, that means, yes, people are coming, but they're taking stuff. So, it's kind of strange how Twitch makes that into a good thing. Like, people are raiding, meaning that people come. Yes, they come, but they don't take stuff. Instead, they watch you do stuff. Bit strange that way. But thanks. Good, thank you. How are you? Good, yes. Shadows, because you said thanks for hosting. Oh, I see. I am doing fine. What about you? Yes, I'm doing good. Although I was doing better before I realized that we wouldn't be able to play multiplayer together. Yes. Hi, didn't know you were streaming. Shadows, they're taking your sorrows. Oh, I see. Right, so I have done a few little things. For example, I put a little rock here to cover this little area because there was a little gap where you could see the actual tunnel through. And over here, I moved the turntable down a little bit so that it's no longer floating, the texture. See, it's on the ground. You can't see it that clearly because there aren't any shadows for that at the moment. And I also made sure that this truck is no longer floating. Yeah, those are just tiny little things. Yeah, and because of the lag, if you're watching these live streams archived and you're wondering how that turned out, I think it's just my computer. I honestly do, because for example, now there's barely any lag. See? Yes, it is a bit stuttery, but there's barely any lag. Sometimes there's much more. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah. Should I? Yes. Alright, read that. The thing is, raiding actually gives you the viewers because hosting is just visible on my channel. Raiding, meanwhile, actually redirects you to this channel. Yes. I'm aware of that, but it's still a bit strange they chose raiding for that. To mean that thing in Twitch. True. Turntable, you're grounded for eternity. Not necessarily. I mean, when people buy this route, they can open it up in the surveyor and move it up or down as much as they like. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, otherwise I probably wouldn't have said it. Well, sometimes you would, I think. Right, so this is all good. This turn is okay. Shadows, who'd do that though? You maybe. Right, so the time before last time we finished this area, or maybe it was last time, not sure, it might have been last time, Yeah, I think it was last time actually, this little bit, and then we started. Yes, if you don't know, this is the truth. It's right there. See, it's true. And then we started working on this end of the route. So this is actually the quite broader valley. We're going to continue building over this way, which is going to be quite interesting. I'm thinking maybe having a bit more, what's it called? Kind of maybe wet land here a little bit. Like maybe having the water kind of go into this area, because I think it might be quite nice. We can have loads of cattails or things like that over here, kind of behind these houses, or maybe if we have another road going, maybe over here, maybe then behind that. Anyway, I really don't want this to be too large of a village, because I don't want to have to put a station in here. True, but only when people know that it isn't actually true. Oh, but it is. Wasn't last time creepy coasters? No, that was not last time, because that was Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So that was not last time. We played Trainz. Right, so I'm going to start by doing this. Kind of just a bit like that. Maybe I'll actually put the whole thing a bit further down, because I don't really want it to be that much of a bank. If it's kind of waterlogged, this area. Well, maybe not waterlogged, maybe just a bit wet, really. Maybe that is waterlogged. Not really sure. Anyway. Right. So we'll just have it kind of like this, maybe. Actually, I need more water. Wetlands. Valleyville Marsh. Oh, I see. Right. So just something like this. I'm not sure if I'll leave it exactly like this, but I'm just trying to make it kind of a bit wet first, and then we can change it later. Waterlogging, agriculture. I think I already know what that is, but I'll have a look at it anyway since you posted. Yep. That is what waterlogging is. Also, hi, Slovak Eagle, how are you? Asked Kangafangirl. Maybe this area, maybe this should carry on a bit, because it looks a bit strange if it's just in this little area. So maybe, if I bring it to sort of over here. Maybe just a little bit more on this side as well, just so that it continues down along here. Just like that. I'm doing fine. You? Says Slovak Eagle. Nice. Same. Started a new game yesterday. Yes, I know. How? Because you showed me. Maybe that's how I know. Also, it is a bit of a shame, because a few years ago I started working on a game, that was actually really quite fitting with the Halloween theme. Not sure if I actually started working on it around Halloween. Might have done, I'm not sure. It was really quite fitting for that theme, but then I stopped development on it because other things got in the way, and then by the time I resumed working on games, I had other projects that were more new, more shiny that I wanted to work on. And I'd really like to resume that game, or maybe start over. I don't know, maybe on stream actually, because that would be really fitting for the season. Like this trees are just starting to go brown and red and orange, and it's starting to get a bit cooler. The nights are longer, and of course Halloween, which is historically the time where spirits are much more accessible, which would be an ideal time to work on that game, but unfortunately I really can't, for two main reasons. One is that I've got some other projects that I'd need to work on first, because I don't really want to start working on another project while some other projects are unfinished, or that many other projects are unfinished. Secondly, I would like to update the game engine I'm using, which is Unity 3D first, which I again can only do once one of my other, I only want to do once one of my other projects is uploaded to Steam, because I don't want to update Unity only to find that it suddenly breaks a lot of the stuff in the game that I then need to fix while I need to upload the game as soon as possible. So I want to upload it first, and then update Unity, and then maybe consider that, unless I'd risk it. But if I want to do it on stream, well, partially on stream, I couldn't do it all on stream because it would just take way too long for the length of these streams. So what I'd probably do is work on the game off stream as well, and then just jump in wherever I'm currently at in development and stream that, and then continue working off stream, which would also have the benefit that you won't know exactly how the game works if and when you get to play it yourself. Yeah. Let me read chat. Chat, yes. Have you been stalking my computer again? I mean, I'm definitely not looking at it right now. So no. The also Chris. Is that how you pronounce it? The also Chris. Maybe I'm just because it's all lowercase. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Is it the also Chris? Like an awesome? But anyway, hello. Hello, Shadows. Happy Halloween. Yes. It's actually quite nice. Last stream, which was on Thursday. Yes, Thursday. We were playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and it was just perfect because, I mean, that was the first stream that I had the light off for. I've only got those little orange lights on in the corner, so it was very atmospheric for that, and it was really, really windy outside, like almost a storm, and you'd hear the door creaking, and on top of that, the scenario that we were playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, because we're playing through the career mode, at least, some of the standard career mode. I'm not sure if we'll get to the DLC stuff, but we're playing career mode scenarios, and the one we had got to was the Halloween-themed one with Dracula, where that was the first one where there was the day-night cycle was enabled, so it actually got to be nighttime, and there was also the first one that had storms in it. So it was nighttime and stormy and these castles, and we built this this really quite funny and Halloween-y little castle around this ride, We put pumpkin pies in it and a graveyard outside with, which actually with witches and well, the standard sort of witches and that sort of thing. So it was really, really well. There was a lot of funny things as well. So that, I would suggest that you have a look at that. Maybe just skim through it. It's on YouTube, the archive. So if you're interested, you can just click through it. Doesn't matter. I mean, there are no ads on it, so I don't get any benefit from you doing that. It's just a genuine recommendation. Halloween, yes. I remember that game, Shadows. It was really atmospheric. Love the clouds. Yeah. Hi, same to you. Brazil doesn't commemorate Halloween. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Right, so what do I do next? I guess next would probably be texturing, so let's do that. Yeah. There we go. Already much nicer. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't really celebrate Halloween. Like, I don't dress up or do any of that stuff. But I do kind of like the atmosphere of it. Like, if you just imagine an oak forest, the leaves already falling off the trees, laying on the ground, rustling with each step, fog slowly rolling in as the clouds part and the full moon shines down upon you, hearing owls as the wind howls. That is very atmospheric, and I really like that. So, yes. Shadows, that would be amazing, if you could. Oh, didn't know that. This is why I want to go to USA. Yeah, I see. Alright. Shadows, maybe you could have both instead? You mean both Unity versions? I could do that. Especially with Unity's new, well, I say new, with at least the newest launcher. You can quite easily install multiple versions of Unity at the same time, but then that is also space. It takes also probably quite a bit of space on the hard drive. I'm not completely certain how much, but I am having quite some issues with space at the moment. Mainly that I'm running out of it. So I'm not sure that would be doable. But yes, that is a possibility. That is a possibility. But then there is the added thing of the time that it takes. I mean, I'm just searching for texture in the background. The thing is, I could do it in such a way that I'm developing it on stream, and then maybe if I have a bit of spare time off stream, that I'm kind of juggling that project with the other ones. Like with my other projects, there's obviously the Trainz route, not this one, the other one, the Ansley Island Railway. If you want to know more about that, you can look at my Discord. That's a project, and then I've got some other projects, mainly games that need to be on Steam, and also a film project, which most of you don't know anything about. Until now. Yeah, I mean, it's not really that complicated of a game, at least not how I imagine it to be. So I could just trial run it, just see how it goes, and if it ends up being too much of a time strain, then I could postpone it until some of the other games are finished, or projects are finished. But then that would mean that has the prerequisite that the Unity launcher, that the Unity version doesn't require too much space for me at the moment. It's not going to take up that much space, as well as with the streams, because where would I slot it in? Because the thing is, I don't want to cancel Roller Coaster Tycoon, because Roller Coaster Tycoon is a lot of fun, And it's very interesting, and we're right in the middle of it. I don't want to cancel that. And so then that would mean that I would need to put it in either one or both of the Trainz slots. If we said, okay, so if we said one of the Trainz slots, then that could work. But since I'm developing this entire route, and by the way, I'm just painting this entire thing, this dirt color, I may replace this dirt color with a different one, depending on if I find a better one. But the thing is that I'm developing this entire route on stream, which means that it's taking a very long time as is. Like, I think this is like the 37th route building stream of this route, if I remember correctly. And I do want this route to get finished and published, because it's taking a very long time anyways. So cutting that time in half is probably not the best idea. Yeah? I could say that, okay, I cut the time in half, but I also cut the route size in half. Which, I mean, I would need to know roughly how large the route should get before that, but that would be an option. But then that kind of detracts from this route as a whole, because this is a really nice setting, and what I've done already fits really well. I'm really happy with it. So if I make this route smaller than it would have to be, then it's kind of a bit sad, really. Simply because if I make it smaller, simply because I wanted room for another project. So I really don't see how I could stream the development of that game, at least partially, at this time. If I added another stream, then that might change things, because then it wouldn't detract from the development time of this route. It would just detract from the development time of my other projects, which it would do anyways, since I would work offline on that game anyways. But then that has the issue that I can't really squeeze in another stream because of the current situation where I live. Yeah, so you can see how it's a bit difficult. Yes, I agree, it would be really nice to stream that, for you to get an insight into Unity and video game development as well, I assume. Yes, but for me it would also be really interesting. Plus I would get to work on that amazing, in the words of Kangafango, amazing game. I think he said amazing. Yes, amazing game. Which would be a lot of fun for me. But yeah, I think I've kind of explained that enough. So now let's continue reading chat. Oh, do you know that? Alright, maybe we could have both installed. So today we're going to write the ghosts, AI and pathfinding. Yes, just call me Chris. Oh, right, that makes it easier, Chris. Oh, hello, Anthony. Welcome to the stream. How have you been? Hi, Shadows. Happy Halloween. Yes, indeed. Yes. Hello, same to you. So, who put Halloween decorations in your house? Question for everyone. Well, the lights over there are orange and red. Well, yellow, orange, red. Halloween-y colors. Which might count as Halloween decorations, but they aren't specifically. I mean, they're always there. They've been there since the dawn of time. I mean, Anthony can attest to that. I mean, he's been studying them for 10 billion generations. Yeah. But other than that, I don't really celebrate Halloween, so there aren't really any decorations here. Hi. Don't have any. I can't say I celebrate the holiday. Well, I could, but it wouldn't be true. Shadice, I was saying hi. Happy Halloween. Yes. I read it. It's just I was talking about the other things, so I I'm a bit backlogged on chat. That tends to happen. He isn't at the point in the chat yet. Chris, hello. I've never met you before, I don't think. Oh, okay. Trainz, not instead installed. Yes, I gathered that. Why is it not possible to delete messages? You mean on Twitch? I don't know. It's not my doing. At least I don't think it is. Do you have any streamers? Steamers. Do you have any steamers? If yes, show me some of them if possible. On this route, there is one. I have one. The thing is, on this route, this is kind of set in the transitional era in in America, so North America. I'm not sure if these are necessarily period appropriate. But kind of where you've got the streamliner diesels and things like that. So kind of in the 60s, 50s, that kind of era. So there would still be steam engines around. And I do have one currently on the map. I think it's here. Yes. I've got this Camelback switcher here. The textures just need to load for a second. But I was really happy when I found this thing, because a Camelback engine is just so amazing to me, like a Camelback locomotive. And then on top of that, a switcher with a tender. It's just such an amazing locomotive to me. Anyway, there it is. Really nice one. 060, if I see correctly. Yes, 060. And yeah, that is the only steamer I have on the map at this moment. But I will definitely make scenarios with more steamers, which is why I've added things like turntables, water tanks, / towers, things like that. Oh, and by the way, if you're new, I'll just quickly fly you through the route. It will just take a few minutes. So this is where we're working at the moment. This is actually where I started building the route. I'll actually save and then do that. And then the line carries on through this valley up here. And this is all built on stream. Up here, past Horror Point Sidings. Watch stream number 3 if you want to know what's behind that name. It's archived on YouTube. And it carries along here. This bit, the road goes on top of the track. Then it carries along this valley. And then we get to this lake and the town back there with these bridges. I really love these bridges, how they turned out. Like with a road bridge going underneath. And the road has only been put here because of that little dirt road over here. Yes, and then this kind of goes into here. You've got like a lumber mill, I think this is. And a small station there. Then carries along here. You probably won't have that lag when you play. My computer's, late 2015, and so it's not exactly ideal for this. Anyway. Yeah, then it carries up along here, this valley. This is a really, really steep bit of the track. I mean, look at that. It's almost 5%. Yeah, then it goes into a tunnel here. Goes in there. And it goes up to this dam. Yes. This hydroelectric power plant. And comes out here, the tunnel, I mean. And then it carries along this way. Over to this log loading area. So the thing is, the logs get floated down the river onto the lake over here, where they're then loaded onto the trains here, and then get pulled downhill. Then the line continues along here, along the side of this, basically the shore of this lake. One line continues up along there. Then there's a junction where it crosses over the river. Goes along here, along this really quite steep and sharp combined. Yes, this really quite starp bend, which really beautiful, I think. And it just carries along here, and will go further that way. And there's just one more branch that we've made. Oh, yeah, well, mostly I've made, but people have helped in chat, made recommendations and suggestions, which carries along up here. This is not really that well maintained. As you can see, there's a lot of ballast on the tracks and things like that. Yeah, it goes up here, uphill still, carries along this valley, past this little retaining wall bit, which I think turned out really nice. And then it carries up here to this gravel pit, which I was at before. So yes, gravel pit, pretty self-explanatory. Gravel gets mined, and then, well, quarried, really, and then put on trains and shipped away. This line also continues up here a bit, and will continue to another town up here, sort of somewhere. Right, and that is the route. If you've already seen the route, and you're not actually as new as I think you are, then, well, you just got a refresher. Shadice, in an astronaut suit. I've got some issues with space at the moment. Yeah. Anthony, only the broadcaster and moderators can do that. Shadice, can I just say random words? If you want to, as long as they're not going to get the stream banned. Kangafango, I know. I only was going to delete my own message. Alright, if you do, I'd do it in reverse alphabetical order. Shadice, I'd replace that dirt texture with mud overgrown, to be honest. I can have a look at that. This one? Maybe. Well, if I look at it sort of from the track's point of view, over there like this, or over here like that, I think maybe a mixture of them both would look quite good. Like, can be some over here, then a little bit like that. That might look good. I'll do that after I've read chat. Shadice, you just had a voice crack, and if you're seeing this in a couple of minutes, you had one a few minutes ago. Interesting. Shadice, you'd need quite a big knife for that, cutting the route in half. Yeah. Oh, that's where we're at. Oh, we are quite a bit behind then. Shadice, what do you plan on streaming after you're done with this route? Well, that is an interesting thing. Well, first of all, when I'm done with this route, I'll stream making some of the sessions, not all of them, because that would get a bit boring probably, but also because I want there to be some surprises at least for people who play this route, who buy it and play it. But I'm assuming that the sessions are included in done with this route. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe I'll stream another route, or maybe I'll switch over to game development. That might be interesting. I don't know, really. We'll see. That is a really very interesting question. Shadice, Friday could work for Unity game dev, right? Friday? Theoretically, yes. But then that would mean that I would have 3 streams in a row. So it would be Thursday, my stream, which is Roller Coaster Tycoon, then Friday, game dev, and then Saturday, Trainz. So 3 streams in a row, which, I mean, it would have to be probably anyways, but yeah, it kind of depends. I'll have a think about it. And we'll see to what conclusion I will come. Yes, I think this looks much better, having the 2 colors mixed in with each other. Oh, that looks really good. Kind of looks a bit like Exmouth, I think. That little bit by Exmouth in England. I think it's Exmouth. Pretty sure it's Exmouth. As a new slot? Yes, I have. Okay. You studied those too? Are studying? Shadice, backlogged or waterlogged? Haha, yes. Well, this area is just waterlogged, and with the chat I'm just backlogged, but the dam or the area behind the dam, is actually both. It is waterlogged and backlogged because the water that's supposed to have flown through has been backlogged. Interesting. Yes, I have Kangafango. Yes, on Twitch. Streamers. So I'm good, Paradise. How are you? I'm good as well, thank you. I'm really enjoying the Halloween spirit to some degree. I mean, not as much as actually going to the trouble of decorating the house or myself, namely costumes. But yes, I'm enjoying the atmosphere. How are you? By the way, if I miss a message, please let me know. Have you heard of K&I Trainz? If no, I recommend searching their locomotives. They are very realistic. I have not. I'll write that down, and I'll look at that later. So that's K and I. K and I or K and L? Trainz. I'll write both of them down so I can check for both of them, so if one of them is wrong, I know which one it would have been. Thank you for the recommendation. I have heard of that. Are they payware? Yes, sadly. Well, you have 3 freeware locos. Yes, well, I'll have a look at the freeware ones, but if it's payware, I'm not using it because this route is only using freeware and built-in assets because, well, I want to put it up for sale for one reason, which they can't include payware. And 2, even if I didn't want to make it this route payware, I still wouldn't want to do that because that would mean that the amount of players, the amount of people who can play the route that I've put so much effort into is greatly reduced to the people who actually own the DLC, which is, it's just not necessary with Trainz, I think. It's just not necessary with Trainz. Alright, the Polar Express, the PRR A6, and I forget the other one. Yeah, I'll have a look on the download station for that later. Starp. Call the dictionaries. Dictionaries and directories, yes. The dirt texture looked a bit dry. Yeah, you're right. Or more. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, true. Dirt, Chris, didn't know about those, thanks. Hi, I'm sorry to call your mum. I just wanted you know that you know what that is going on, Those were the random words. Yes, I gotta go. Alright, well then, see you later or next stream. Thank you for joining. Bye, yes. Yes, love that Paradise. Exmouth. Starcross on the side, yes. Paradise, I think it's K and L, not K-I-L. Yeah, I thought it would probably be that. Yes, K and L. Yeah, I did write both of them. Yeah, Paradise, dictionaries and directories? Nah, I said dignitaries and dictionaries. Oh, I see. Right, so I'm caught up with chat, which means that, well, you'll just have to write some more stuff in chat, so I'm no longer caught up. Right. So this looks quite good, I think. Looks quite good. So what do we need next? Right, next I need to kind of merge this little thing in here because this is really stones and the other thing is more mud things. Dot dot dot. Yeah. And by the way, this route is intended to be played without PBR textures, which means that I'm using both PBR and non-PBR textures just intermixed, which means if you play it with PBR, you'll get some strange artifacts, like with things. Oh, what was it? Like it'll basically look like textures are floating a bit if they're overlapping, a bit strange. But if you turn them off when playing the route, it's you'll see it as intended, like you're seeing it here at the moment. So yes. Good. I think I need a bit more of the stones. just sort of at this edge, just sort of around there. Everyone, start the typewriters! Slavic Eagle, fun fact. One of Brazil teams of soccer mascot is an eagle. The team is called Cornithius, probably. I did not know that. Looks great, Shadows. Thank you. Yes, so I have an announcement to make, which I'll make again at the end of the stream. But I'll make it now, which is nice. Yes, it is nice. Thanks. Which is that this coming Saturday, not today, next Saturday, I'm going to host a Trainz multiplayer live stream. Yes, which means that anybody who's running TRS 19, the standard version, and I believe the I'm not sure if the plus version is in that as well. I'll have a look at that later. But anyway, I'll post it on my Discord, the details. We're going to play the Eagleville map, which I'll post the things on Discord. It's standard and Steam only. Oh, right, Steam was the other one. Right, thank you very much. Standard and Steam. I knew there were two, the standard version and Steam. It was Steam. Yeah, Eagleville Railway, this one. I'll post the KUIDs of the route and the session in on my Discord. So if you want to play in that, if you want to join, then make sure that you're running the standard version of TRS 19, either the standalone one or the Steam one, and you can join. I will start basically when the stream starts on Saturday, so in 1 week's time. Shadows, Platinum sure isn't. Yeah, Platinum and Trainz Plus won't be able to join. Yes. I still hope they'll make those compatible at someday, yeah. Neither the regional editions, as they don't have the content. Yes. But that's not the standard edition, though. Yes, but that's good. Servers Pack 2 is rumored to unite all of them. Rumors are seldom true. Although I hope they are. Also, I really, really hope that Service Pack 2 will be released really very soon. Also, this is a really interesting bridge because cars actually speed up on the bridge. Yeah, there aren't really any cars in the area to test at the moment. I'll zoom out and zoom back in. There you go. That'd be nice. Shadows, you missed a message of mine, actually, too. Alright, looks great, Shadows. Corny, not corny. Corinne, not corny. Oh, sorry, Corinthians. Alright, Corinthians. This stream is going to be archived. Yes, indeed. Maybe not Trainz Plus because it's essentially a completely different SP than other versions. That's true. Yeah. Anyway, here we are. So I think the next thing to do would probably be put in the forest on this side, because then I know how much space there is to work with. Either side of the river, so then I'll know where to put in fields, or maybe just leave as grassland. So we'll see. Someone from N3V said they want to make them compatible. Oh? Was it the janitor? If so, then I mean that's confirmed then, isn't it? Being a moderator on the Discord can get you information. Were you supposed to give away that information? Or did you just leak something that you weren't supposed to? By the way, how is that moderator thing going? I meant to ask you, actually. But then I kind of forgot. Did you have to ban anyone yet? Or is that not within your power to do? Nice, yes. Leaking secret development information. Oh! No, I meant leak as in the vegetable. I think it's a vegetable. Yeah, it must be, right? Right? Yes. Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, things dripping out. I mean, that would make sense at all, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Because the thing is, information is consumed the way that leek is consumed in a stew, maybe, which means that something dripping out, information dripping out, doesn't really make that much sense. But things like being consumed, like leek, that makes sense. Right. It was in public voice channel. Oh, right. I see. That's okay then. Sport Club Corinthians Paulista, or just Corinthians, is a Brazilian sports club based in the Tatuapé district of Sao Paulo. Although competing in a number of different sports, Corinthians is mostly known for its professional association football team that plays in the Campeonato Brasileiro Serie A, the top tier of the Brazilian football, as well as in the Campeonato Paulista Serie A1, the first division of the traditional in-state competition. I see. If you're a football/soccer fan, then that information is probably very interesting to you. Thank you for posting. Alright, nice. Leek. Because of the vegetable thing? No, it's just a picture. Yeah. Hehe. As for moderating, it's regular. There are 10 to 30 people joining each day, all of them just because they want TD3 for the phone, but it's all stupid little kids, so they only annoy. Well, what do you mean by stupid? Do you mean unknowledgeable? Or what? Because it can be true, that statement, but it can also be a bit mean. If I mean, sometimes things that are true are inherently mean with some things, but sometimes it can just be mean. Yeah, I don't really know what the case is in that. Alright, hope it isn't too bad. However, people still like to break the rules by sharing and asking for content, which is heavily against rules as it is pirating. Oh, I see. So they get immediate ban without warning. What is that? Ah, right, that's the vegetable leak there. Hehe. Ah, I see. Yeah. But is it a rewarding experience for you, Slovak? Like, do you get something? Like, is it rewarding psychologically? I think I should save because it is lagging a bit. Like not actually stuttering, but it's taking a while to delete some of the trees I click on. Which is an indicator that I should save. By stupid, I mean that they don't read the rules. They're entitled and just want things for themselves. Earlier today, we had some kid Indian YouTuber demanding to give him free TD3. Oh, I see. Well, that I can see how that would be a stupid thing to do. Yeah. Yikes, Trainz driver 3. That wouldn't be really ban-worthy until he started to throw insults around. Oh, really? Well, yeah. Well, insults have their place, and I don't think Discord is that place. Yeah. Which is probably why you haven't banned me from the server. But yeah, I can see why you said stupid now. Yeah, because that is stupid behavior. I agree with you. Right. I don't want to actually use this texture. I just was curious what it looked like on the ground, because it kind of reminds me of an old texture. Like the mossy one. I think I have it installed. I do! Does anyone remember this texture? Oh, they've updated it! No, this one. This one, yes. Does anyone remember this texture? I remember using this when I first started with Trainz. Like, I put the tracks through a hillside and then created a cutting. And I remember that I wanted to put this texture on the wall as the cliff face. Which the repeating pattern really annoyed me, which is where I found out the trick of twirling the texture while painting like this, because that helped quite a lot with that. And these two textures are the ones that I discovered that technique in, which I'm using constantly. I mean, I've used it here with this texture so that there aren't that many repeating patterns with that, just like over here. Yes. Also this texture, which they've updated as well, I think. Huh. This one they haven't. This one's definitely new. I mean, this one might look good by the ocean or something, if there's like a quayside and you want to put like algae on the quay. Let me just take a little drink of water. Much better. Right. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. And 2 days ago, we had a kid who just went full racist over TD3 as far as N-word. Ooh. Yeah. I guess that for a lot of people, social media is a place where they can, where they feel they don't have the burden of being responsible for what they say, so that they can kind of do all the things they're not allowed to do in real life, like throwing around racist slurs or being really insulting, because in real life that could get you into a lot of trouble. But if you just go onto some random social media server and start doing that, the worst they can do is ban you, which, if you're not interested in that place anyway, isn't really that bad of a thing. Which I guess is probably an outlet for all of those restrictions they have in real life. So, yeah. Shred Eyes, yes. So it's fun. If you catch someone and no moderator has noticed yet, tag the moderator role or me directly. I will. Thanks. Will do. Yes, I'm online most of the day anyway, so highest chance is you will get me before anyone else. Yes, probably. I next to never not see a green dot on your avatar. Right, that's true. That is true. Although I have seen you playing Among Us for quite a while recently, which is kind of interesting that Discord, if you do it like that, allows you to kind of spy on people, and with their consent. I mean, it's right there. Anybody can see it. They think that because they are customers, that they are entitled to everything from the company, which everyone who has a brain knows is not true. Well, people who have heard the expression "customer is king" might not be of that opinion, because king being sovereign, so a person who has ultimate power over their domain. So king being a sovereign, meaning that if customer is king, well, it doesn't work like that, because then every customer would be king, which means that if they contradict each other, they don't have sole power over what they do, so it would really be more like a senate, maybe? So customer is senator? Or customer is council member? Things like that? Or customer is minister? But that doesn't really have the same ring as customer is king, which is probably why people stick with it, which is why you get that kind of thing, maybe. Sure it is. Yeah, it only does it if you set it up. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but are 90% of the day offline? Lol. What do you mean by that? So where did the message go? It's scroll. Oh, right, there it is. Gangfango. Yeah. It own. Yeah, but who is? Slovene. You and Paradise. Oh, us both. 90% of the day offline. Yeah. I mean, I go on it occasionally. Look if there's if anybody's posted anything new on the server. If they have, then I generally am quite quick with responding. Or maybe if I have something new to post because of a project, or if I think of an actual joke, then I'll put it in there. Which I've actually put one in today. Yes. But I don't tend to be on there constantly. Just occasionally, and then check in. If nothing's new, then I'll go offline as well. So yes, that is absolutely right. Alright, yeah, that's true. Shadice. Customer is Prime Minister. Well, I mean, the way that the UK has been treating the European Union in regards to Brexit negotiations definitely has some reminiscence of the way these people you've described behave on the Discord server. So maybe that's not too far-fetched, actually. I'm online. Probably I am online on Discord from 8 to 22. On weekends, 10 to 2. Yes, 2 a.m. Well, I mean, congratulations. I hope that you're not irradiating yourself with wireless transmissions too much. Then, which, yeah, I hope that's not the case. Wow, I don't need sleep. I need to spend time with friends. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely something that is very, very good. As emotional and psychological support, as well as just being fun. I think there should be a time for both, though. Shall I say, yeah. Who needs sleep? Not a student like me, said the school system. Yikes. Yeah. Right. I think this is already looking much better than before the start of the last Trainz stream. I mean, if the stream was over, I might just use this as a thumbnail. But since we've got another hour to go, I'll probably continue building and then choose a thumbnail. Because probably things will change. School is fun, not please help. I mean, I would suggest moving to a country that where homeschooling is legal, and then do homeschooling. That is what I would suggest. Helper Mesh 10? Why do I have Helper Mesh 10? That's interesting. Anyway, oh, heard. I heard that was a nice texture. Okay, what's this one look like? Interesting. Anyway, that's not what I want to do at the moment. Oh, we've got the Heather one. That might be someone, but not here. Try this. I'd make a bookmark there, though. No, I'll find it again later, don't worry. Try this. What was that grid? That grid was Helper Mesh 10. Yes. Right, so, fields. In terms of fields, what do we need? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we need? So, should I Because I have got a few fields over here. So the thing is, I don't really want fields here because, well, for one thing, this looks very prone to flooding, this area, with apparently very low, a very little difference in elevation, even though it's actually quite a lot here. But over here, there is space for fields, but it's a little bit hilly, and there is not really a road over there, and plus it kind of looks better just green, I think, up to the forest, because that is actually the case a lot of the time, and we'll have a lot of fields over here. So I'll read chat and then I'll decide. Thanks. Yeah, but you cannot do homeschool university. You can do online courses for university, at least in some areas. At least here in England, there are some ways you can do online university things as well. I mean, with the whole lockdown situation, I think that it's more likely now than ever that you'll be able to do some university things online. Helper Mesh 10. I'm writing this down for myself as well. Lol. Nice. Yeah, glad to have helped. Glad to have helped. I think I'll put in some cattails first. Actually. There is a TB reads object. Like TB grass 3, I think? No, 4, no, 5, that's 4 again. 5, nope. 6, nope. 7, nope. 10. Yeah, you can see the cattails. I know that this works quite well. I'm just not sure if you'll be able to see it. Trainz, if you did put fields there, you'd pretty much have a spin tire situation. Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm doing online university now because of COVID. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's any easier. Teachers actually give us more work. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, alright. Reeds, cattails, sludge is also one. Maybe. I'll look for it. Is that one in the... this one? Sewage? Settling pond? I mean, sewage, settling pond... While it looks very attractive, this asset, especially with the life ring, the lifesaver ring, don't quite think that it fits here very well. Yeah, I'm going to look for reeds and cattails. Let's just see. Cattails. Because apparently we have no other things in life than school. Yeah, well, maybe they think that if... Oh, I think I've got these from Eagleville. But if I... they're a bit difficult to delete. But if I place them over here... Well, actually, that doesn't look that bad. What's the loading like on these? Are they still animated? Yeah, they are. They are still animated, so not really convinced with these because they do have individual bones animations. Might be more performance economic to use static things. Maybe if you told them you're a moderator on the official Trainz Discord. I mean, you can try that. Ew, lifesavering. You were the ones that suggested sludge. That was the only asset that had that in the title. Oh, I remember these reads. I remember them. They are nice. Although I don't know how performance effective economic they are because they are well, They are 2D. Well, they are 2D. They are 2D. But they also don't have any lodding. Although I do quite like the brownness of them. I wish. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe it was slime instead. Might have been sludge after all, but not downloaded. Could be the case. Do you mean the scum? The pond scum? Do you mean this stuff? Yes! Yeah, that's more for stagnant water. Ooh, that's a nice flower. Not really what I'm looking for. Right, short eyes. Isn't it brownarity? Brownarity? I guess so. I guess so. Yeah, so I am going to try with these. Maybe mix in some of the other ones as well. And if they don't look good, I can always either bulk replace them with a different object that looks better, or bulk replace them to get rid of them, and then manually place objects that look better over here. And I will add a different grass texture over here anyways. Yeah, already read that. I mean, from this angle, doesn't look great. From over here, it looks a bit better. Not great though. Maybe I'll mix in some other stuff as well. Fair enough. I should hope so. Yeah, and by the way, the thing with the multiplayer thing, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but that's the reason, that's what I meant when I said that Slovak Eagle can't play in that, because we had it planned so that we play together as we did before, but he's using the beta, the beta version of Trainz, which I'm not. And I don't think I can update because I'm using the Mac version. And even if I could, I probably wouldn't, because that might break a lot of things. Which means we're using different Trainz versions, which means we can't play multiplayer together, which is unfortunate. Really unfortunate. But I'm glad that we noticed that before. I mean, I only noticed that today. But I'm glad that we noticed it before we actually wanted to play, and the session just isn't coming up. Is it a bug? What's going on? And then after like 30 minutes of trying, it's like, wait. I'm using the beta. Oh no, it doesn't work. Or maybe it's like, oh no, I'm not using the beta. You're using the beta. It doesn't work. Oh no. Anyway, this looks horrible. Does not look good at all. Maybe I've placed it too far up. Maybe that's the issue. I think that is the issue. I'm going to replace them with nothing, remove them all, and then I'm going to try placing them in the mud. Yes, I know it's undoing work that I've already done, but well, if it looks better, then that's good. There we go. Randomly delete. Yeah, randomly delete 100% of scenery objects. There we go. And since I haven't placed these anywhere else on the route, I can just delete them like this. There we go. Slavic Eagle, did the beta break Eagleville? Yeah, I'm in SP2 beta. So I'm hopeful N3V fixed the game. Yeah. I haven't tried Eagleville yet, but it did break that one CE session, Central Europe session. Shadows, yeah, I think the reeds would be in the water. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I heard that. Really sorry about that, and that you can't play together. Yes, but, I mean, it is a disappointment, but as far as disappointments go, I think that it's a fairly mild one. Yeah. I mean, a bigger disappointment would be that maybe you wrote a screenplay and then you tried to get a cast together for a year, getting so close to filming and then somebody just dropping out because they can't do it. Then the summer's over. Then you think, okay, next year you're going to do it. Then you already prepare all the stuff, you launch another campaign to get a cast together to finally start filming that script, which is now already had its 1-year anniversary, and then the whole world goes into lockdown, destroying any hope of getting that film made, because you need to rent interior spaces to make that film. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's not something like that, because it is a fairly mild disappointment compared to that, I'd say. So I'm glad it's not that. Yes. Well, if it ensures that we can play later and with more people. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to host the multiplayer session anyways, because some other people who are watching the streams might want to play. I mean, if nobody is there to join, then I'll just do more route building. But I'm going to give the opportunity, because it has been quite a while since the last opportunity. I mean, we can always play again. We can always play again when we're both on the same version, actually. Yeah, when we're actually both on the same version. But I'm going to host it on Saturday anyways. I think this is already looking much better. And I'm not getting any lag as of yet. I think it's worth. It is worth, yeah. Yeah, true. Hopefully it'll work. Aww. Shadows, you missed a message, by the way. Oh, which one? Should be in the water. Yeah, I heard that. Really sorry about that. And that you can't play together. I did read that. Eagleville, Self-Respect 2. Helping fix the game, haven't tried it. Be in the water. Oh, I think it's worth. I did read all the messages before Slovak's second to last. The one about, yeah, I heard that, really sorry about that, and that you can't play together. I did read that. I mean, I read it quite quickly. Maybe that's why. Never mind, sorry. No, that's okay. I'd rather that you, if you're unsure, I'd rather you tell me that I missed a message, rather than not telling me, and it turns out that I did miss a message. So, me and Brandit have used our intellects and merged brain to turn a hump yard break into a speed up. How? Also, on the Coleman Mountains Railroad, which will be released as soon as I can put things up for payware again, meaning when version 2 of the Trainz Content Creator Program gets released for all versions, which will be with Service Pack 2. I did put a hump yard, a very small hump yard, by the coal transfer thing. It's very, very small. Basically only because I wanted to try it out to see how it works. And I did make that, but I haven't made a session that uses that, simply because I think it wouldn't really add anything for that route. Because, well, you bring the coal there, and then using the little switcher to navigate the things onto the rotary thing. It's just a little bit finicky as well. Yeah. IRL or in Trainz? Trainz, lol. We set the braking power to negative 60%. Oh, right, right, that makes sense. Oh, I've got an idea. You could use that for a scenario where you have a runaway train. Like, you could just put those trackside objects on that session layer, and then have a series of wagons that maybe get detached by an AI train just as they're rolling onto the thing, and then they get accelerated. That could be really useful. Oh, that could be used. Oh, that opens up so many possibilities. Because if you remember, a while ago, I said that I would really like it if there was a session rule that allowed you to set the speed of an AI train as it spawns, so that you can make trains meet without them having to accelerate that time. But if you use this, if you just place those things on the session layer, right in front of those trains, they go over it, then you could use that to accelerate the train more quickly, I think. I think that might actually be a good use for that. Nice. Trainz, I love that thing. And the rotary coal dump. Yeah. You can't use it because anything decoupled by our trains brakes are applied. I see. But is it... But the thing is, sometimes AI trains, when you tell them to go via a track mark, they've already gained some speed and then decouple something, then that thing does have some remaining momentum because the train's not stopped, because it's going via a track mark. That was actually quite annoying when I did some of the switching sessions, the shunting sessions for Coleman Mountains Railroad. How was the lag? Lag's fine. Yeah, it looks much better with the reads on the mud rather than in the thing. Although, well, I am noticing a little bit of lag here now. Just a very, very small amount, because these are all planes, individual planes, with a texture on it. Well, not plane, it looks like a model that's got a few, like maybe a loop cut up here, then one down there, and then one at the bottom. But they are actually 2D objects. I'll carry on placing them, because as you know, I get lag quite a bit more easily than a lot of other players, well, most other players, I think, which means that this will probably be fine. Yeah. Weird, I always thought those were 3D. Well, they're not. I mean, they look 3D. They certainly do look 3D, especially since they're rotated randomly. But they're actually 2D assets. If you look at them from the top, you can see that they are actually 2D. Or at least... one second. No, actually... is that... No, you can see they are actually 2D planes. Yeah, true. I mean, with previous versions of Trainz, where the backside of 2D objects didn't look this dark, it was much harder to see that they were 2D objects. Well, technically they are 3D, but you know what I mean, that they're actually planes, or billboards, rather. Yeah. Oh, don't want that there. Save. Yeah, I can definitely see that my cursor is slowing down a bit. Like if I look over here, actually no, it's the same over here. That's strange. Maybe it's not the fault of the reads then. Or maybe they're still being read. No, but do I? Do I have render objects behind camera turned on? No, I don't. Interesting. Hiya, 3 people without accounts. Hello, yes. If that is indeed how that works. Because I'm not sure how the counter works there. Because I think the people with accounts should also count towards people that are listed as viewing. Because if you've got an account, you're still viewing. They're still a viewer. But at the same time, there has been a case where there were more people typing in chat than the thing listed. So maybe it's not like that. Or maybe it's just off. I don't know. But if you are watching without an account, yes, welcome. And archive people. Oh, do you mean like cybernetically archived? Like their mind gets uploaded. Like with Doctor Who's Cybermen. Like the archive, like because they're archiving people in a way. Because they're uploading them to a computer. Oh, sorry, no, you mean the people who are watching the archived version of the live stream, which will go up on the Sharadai's YouTube channel either later today or tomorrow morning. Yes, that's probably what you meant. Right, so what does it look like? I think it looks good. Yeah, those who pressed the online button at the top right after clicking on their avatar. Ah, right, those. Yeah, I heard on a stream that archives you. Right. I mean, I can definitely feel the performance hit of the cattails. Well, I'll finish placing them along here, and then I'll place them on the other side here, and then I'll see what the performance is like. Right. Creepy, really, but it was probably in the terms of conditions. Terms of conditions? Like, you mean the terms that you have to accept to get to the conditions? Or do you mean terms and conditions? And, yes. XDD. Yeah, you can see the mouse starting to stutter a bit as it's moving. Also, by the way, Slovak, if you're watching, make a backup of Central Europe if you're working on that. Just as a friendly reminder, just in case something breaks, something gets lost, make a backup, please. Yes. Trainz, maybe you should consider wrapping it in a blanket. Oh, yeah. Although that would be shattering. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I know that. Well, it kind of it's stutter if you're so cold that you can't really move your mouth properly because you're clacking with your teeth. Yeah, true. Okay. Now, what is the performance like? Let's see. Yeah, it's not great, but it is definitely still okay, I'd say. Well, tell you what. Let me just put this train up here someplace, and then we'll just drive down there a little while, and when it gets loaded, so that we can see what it's like when I'm driving on it. Well, let's start from Horror Sidings. Why not? That is so nice, this train. I mean, just look at it. Yes. I think I might be completely retarded. I just made a tunnel on CE without making a catenary first. I hate the pain I put myself into. Oh. Probably just distracted because of the stream. Do you have anything Halloweeny planned for the stream? Me? No. Worst thing is I did this second time in a row again. By the way, make a backup. Right, so let's go. Let's go. It's not loaded, is it? Shouldn't be. Let me just get a little bit of a higher look to see if it is loaded. Well, it is loaded, but the cattails aren't loaded. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Flying Yankee. Although one thing I do like about TRS-19 is that it remembers the field of view you set the camera to be at. Like if you set it like this and then you quit Trainz, open it back up again, it would be like this. If you want to reset it, by the way, like if you're in the exterior camera and you want to reset it, just press 2 again and it resets it to the default, which is actually more zoomed in, because I have it like this, like zoomed out all the way, just because it makes things look more realistic, I think. There we go. Let me just switch the junction up ahead. The junction that is up ahead. No, we're not supposed to get a preview of the lag yet. That's a surprise. That is nice. Yes. Oops. Nope, need to go into forward gear first. Oh wait, is that water dripping from this? Look! There's water dripping from the water tower. From the little pipe. From the flume bit. You can see, do you see that? I never noticed that. That is such a great detail. I'm not even sure if the stream's picking it up. Like, if I pause it, you can see the little, water thing right there, little particle right there. You see that? I never noticed that. That is so nice. By the way, if anyone from the YT archive, YouTube archive sees this message, you can prove it by commenting pear salad. I guess so. Or not, up to you, of course. What? I see it! Water drips! Yes! Yes. Oh, you never noticed it? No, never. I was never that close with the camera before. Oh, I never noticed it. Have you noticed it before? I didn't. Or maybe I did, but unconsciously. No idea. Well, to notice something is different from perceiving something. You can perceive something unconsciously, but if you notice something, then I'm pretty sure that means that you're consciously perceiving it. For example, okay, if there is a spider, like on your ceiling, like right up there in the corner of your ceiling, and you're just looking straight ahead, you can see it at the edge, you can see the edge of the wall, you can see the walls, you are technically seeing the spider, you are perceiving it, but you're not noticing it. Do you see what I mean? Or maybe I'm using the wrong words, but I think that's the right word. No idea. That was from before. No idea. Oh right, I see. So, by that logic, I noticed that I'm dumb. By Kango Fango's logic, yes. By my logic, no. You perceived that you are dumb. You didn't notice it. You know that I don't mean that. You know that I don't mean that. You're probably right, Paradise. Or... yeah. So far the performance is good. Paradise, wow. What? You mean because of what I said, or because of the view? And then you're probably going to answer with both. What you said, Paradise? I said that I didn't mean it. And by the way, even if I did mean what I said, I was only quoting what he said himself, which means that I would just be agreeing with what he said about himself. But in this case, no, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. You can do stupid things without being stupid. There is a difference. I mean, sometimes it is the same thing, but not in this case. I was gonna answer with both, but I didn't. Because I said that you were probably going to do it. Because in that case, it's kind of like the time travel paradox, where you're being there, trying to make something happen, is what prevents it happening from the first place, which is why you go back in time to try to do it. Maybe. Actually, I should have my lights on because this is America after all. USA. So, I should have lights on even in the day. That's true. No lag yet. So far, so good. Actually, no, that's not true. There is a little bit of lag. So if you look back here and turn the camera, it's much smoother than if I look over here and turn the camera. But that might also be because of the train that's there. Should I lights on? Sorry if that was too loud. I didn't mean for it to be that loud. Yeah, you've got the light up here, and then this light strip that's going down this way. And because of the lag, I can turn the camera quickly enough that you don't see that it's just a reflection because it's moving. And there we go. Yeah. XD. Yeah. Okay, tell you what. I'll delete the train that's over here. Just in case that is messing with things. Which is it? Session options? Nope. Tools, probably. Edit trains, there we go. Remove that. Now let's see what the performance is like. It is a little better, it is. But not much. But that's probably just my machine again. It's really annoying, it's really annoying. And they look so good as well, the cattails. I mean, I could replace them with some 2D grass, like just some dry grass, and that might look just as good from this distance. But when the river gets closer to the other end, or if a player flies over there with a camera, they'll notice that it's not actually reeds, which is what it's supposed to be, and that might be a bit weird. Wait, it's just a reflection that's moving? No. Third menu from the left. There you go. Yeah, it's in the tools menu, which does make sense. I mean, it is a tool. Although pausing being a tool? Oh, maybe. Should I'd replace reeds with cattails. Maybe. But the only cattails that I found were the 3D animated ones, which I think that I got from Eagleville. Which I think are probably going to be more like, because they're actually 3D models and they're animated, which means they're rigged. But then again, they may not be. Because I think these reeds here don't have LODs. They don't have LODs. Yeah, but those might have LODs. Oh, right. I don't think so, because when I mean, they might do, but when I place them down, move the camera away, I could still see the pixels flickering even when the camera stopped moving, which means that they were still being animated. So they might have LODs, but if they do, then their animations are still there in the LODs. But I can try it. I can always replace them back if I don't like them. Oops, not gonna make for the red signal. There we go. Okay, well, let's just stop a bit quicker. It's fine. There we go. I mean, it was a nice drive, but other than that, not really that successful. Well, kind of successful, because now we know where we're at. Right. Maybe the other LOD meshes are still animated. Yeah. Right, so I'm actually going to go out into the main menu, and then I'm going to go back in. Actually, no. Well, yes. I'm going to try it with the reeds, with the cattails, and then if that doesn't work, I'll look on the DLS, see if I can find a better asset and try that. But that might take a little while to download, because I don't have a first-class ticket active at the moment, which isn't that helpful. I mean, it does look good. I mean, it does look good like this. And the lag is probably only on my machine anyway. But I want to enjoy my route as well. I don't want it to be laggy for me. Bulk asset update replace. I need... Nope, not that. Show asset filter. Move that over. Move over, darling. Yep. There we go. Cattail. Oh, nope, not cattail, cattail. Oh, we've got these ones as well. It's not because they're not cattails, they're cattail, which I really should have searched for to begin with. Nah, these ones wouldn't be very good. I mean, these ones might be, but no, you can't. You can barely see them. The core point of the drive was to see if it would lag or not. So in that sense, I'd say it was successful. Yeah, that's why I corrected myself. Right, assets to replace with, assets to replace with, assets to update. This one's, which is a bit odd, because here they say assets to update. And over here they say assets to replace with. Why not just say assets to replace, asset to replace with, assets to update with? But assets to update and assets to replace with, even though technically true, is maybe a bit confusing. Anyway, on route, sure. There we go. And it's surprisingly not that laggy. Although I did like the brown of the other ones. Well, what does it look like from here? I mean, that looks... yeah, it's a bit misleading. Plant cattail are also animated, I think. Yeah, but you can't really see them. Well, off-putting. Well, weird. Well. No, I don't want one. Ah, well, yeah. I mean, it might actually be less laggy. Surprisingly. Oh, maybe the render distance on these is shorter. Maybe that's why. Or maybe they are. They do have loading. But does that actually look good, though? They are definitely still animated. Well, oh, I know what might be making these less laggy. With these ones, the shadows don't work for me. The other ones, the shadows did work for me. Maybe that's what, why these aren't as laggy, probably. Shadows, you read my mind again. Oh, I'm always reading your mind, don't mind that. Shadows, maybe if you added some splines on top. Oh, I'm not sure, because the thing is, this is supposed to be partially submerged when the water rises a bit. There wouldn't really be that much stuff growing there. Okay, we have to drive again for it to be a good test, because I can't really tell if these are better or the other ones are better if I don't try running with both. Alright, with both versions. Sorry. I just have a bit of a dry throat at the moment. There we go. And I'll actually hurry up a bit more this time. Drip, 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 drip. Some might say a steady drip, drip. Which is the name of the newest album by Sparks, the band. Which I would definitely suggest you look at. Shouldn't you honk twice? I did honk twice. You can either clip it now, look at rewind, clip it, or you can wait until it's archived and then look on that. But I'm sure that you will see or hear that I have definitely sounded the horn twice when setting off. I only heard it once. Oh, right. Well, it did kind of carry over a little bit. Like, it was like this. Yeah? So I'm, when I have my hand like this, I'm pressing it. When I have it like this, I've released it. So it's, so this I'm, no, like this I'm pressing it, makes more sense that way. Release, press, so, release. See? I have remembered my old technique of placing catenary in tunnel when terrain is already placed. Oh, well that's great news. I will make a video about it. Oh, well that's very helpful then. Yes. Please do. But please use your actual voice, because listening to computer-generated voices in tutorials is just so unpleasant. Like, for blended, I was watching a blended tutorial, and it was like the default computer-generated voice. It was like, Welcome to this Blender tutorial. In this tutorial we will be learning how to model blah blah blah, and then first click on the, and then it was first press Shift A to add a default cube, press Tab to enter edit mode, and then just carry it on like that, and the tutorial was like 45 minutes long, and it's just so unpleasant to listen to. Yeah, so if you do, please, or either do that or use subtitles. I mean, subtitles, I would prefer subtitles. Well, what I would prefer is your actual voice, then subtitles, then computer-generated voice. I will use Italian accent. I mean, that is brilliant. Use Italian accent. With the power of Italian accent I shall commentate thee, and I shall explain thine confusing parts. I don't know what that has to do with Italian accents, it's just, I just felt like saying that. Anyways, I'm glad I didn't have to endure any of those tutorials. Yeah. Do it, Slow Eagle! Flying Yankee Departure, clip by Kangafango. First clip for Paradise. Oh, is it? Oh, well, that's nice. I'm surprised that with all of the things that have happened in these streams, all of the interesting conversations and funny moments and stories and beautiful things and jokes and puns and crashes and all of that, that moment was the one that deserved to be clipped. Interesting. I guess I know now what you think of my content. Yeah. Should have clipped Horror Point. Yes, you should have. Luckily, it's archived. It's stream number 3. You can see it on YouTube. Yes. And I've also made a backup of it on 2 hard drives, separately, of all streams. So even if something happened on YouTube, but these are so much smoother. They must have loading, or maybe it is the shadows. Maybe it is the shadows. But just look at this. Look at this smoothitude. I guess that's the word now. First lines of the video be like, so you ran into a problemo. Alright, so you ran into a problemo. So you must be like, Mamma mia, I am total imbecile. But fear not, my dear Pazats. Pazats, I will show you how to get in a tunnel. Yes, especially tunnel with one N. Thank you for writing that. I really enjoyed that. Shadows. Also, I know you were probably kidding, but in your previous streams I was away a lot of times. Yes, I know. Pastas. Pastas, right, of course, pastas. Or having dinner. Yes. I mean, isn't that what you're doing right now? Having dinner? I mean, I can read your mind after all. This just looks so much nicer. So much nicer. Actually, I might use this as a thumbnail. Although it's very small. Back there. Shut Eyes. He might have actually meant a tunnel, as one of them is called that. Oh, right. I think I might probably use this as a thumbnail because you can actually see the wetland. 2-track European one. Yeah, I think they made a typo in that and then never fixed it. Shadows, actually no, I'm not having dinner right now. Ha! Well, then that must be the Twitch delay affecting my mind-reading capabilities again. Yeah, it was a good shout to use these cattails. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? Is that artifact because of the reflections or because of the... No! I think those little black dots, those little artifacts, are probably because of the depth of field blur. Because if you look at it, it's around this area where we've got depth of field blur. Oh no, it's actually happening back there as well. Single track be like tunnel. Double track be like tunnel. Triple track be like tunnel. Yes. It's on Twitch's part probably. No, those artifacts are definitely here. Right there. Not over there on the stream, but right here in front of me. They're definitely in-game. Slovak, and what is a tunnel? Interesting question. Right, so that is interesting. That is really interesting. Shadows, are you sure? I am sure. It is definitely happening right here. Tell you what, I can see if I can make... Oh, look at that. I'll make a screenshot of this and then post it on Discord and you can see. Hopefully it'll be on there. I'll actually make a couple of them. Oh, no, just so that I hopefully get one that has it. There we go. You heard those? Wouldn't want to be in that one, inside of that one. Wait. No, I missed the thing. Are you sure? 3-track with 2 idiots. Inside of... disable HUD and do it again. I'll post on Discord first, then I'll do it again. There we go. Quickly going to switch over to this screen. Discord. Oh, I'll have to resize them, right, because Retina screen. Trainz screenshots. Oops. These ones over here. Let me just choose a good one. That one's pretty good. That one barely has any. That one barely has any. That one... which one's better? I think this one's... Well, that one looks more like lice. So I'm going to keep that one. Oh, maybe this one. I know, riveting gameplay for you. Right, this one. I'm going to open it up. Go into Tools, Adjust Size. Actually, no, I'm just going to export it as a JPEG. That shouldn't reduce the size enough. PNG, JPEG, there we go. Hopefully that saved it to the downloads folder. Be with you in a second. I wish I had some waiting room music, but I probably can't have that. There we go. That is the correct screenshot. So if we go over here, onto Discord. Let's say, so that's what makes cattails. I know, it probably doesn't mean anything. It's just, oh, there's a joke there. What's the joke? Right, upload that. There we go. And it's on Discord. Discord. I'd suggest 1280 by 720. That's so weird. I just copied one of my messages and it made the delete noise. Shreddies, you could compose one yourself. Yes, but someone did get banned on Twitch for an artist did get banned on Twitch for playing their own music on stream. I don't know how I can tell Twitch what license I have for things, and to be honest, I don't really care, because it's not necessary at this point. Shreddies, I know for a fact that you can. Haha. Shreddies, it made the delete noise because you played it. Oh, right, that makes sense. Right, Right, so if you want to have a look on Discord, it's in Trainz screenshots. It's from the 31st of October, 22:55. That's Greenwich Mean Time. You can have a look at that there. It's on my Discord server. Link in the description under the Trainz screenshots channel. With that out of the way, let's get back to Trainz. We've got 3 minutes left. I'm sure we can do a lot in 3 minutes. Right, so welcome back to the map. That artist who got banned was part of a famous band and played the music by that band. Yeah. Shadows. Also, how many messages do you think were actually posted until you posted that one in the entirety of Discord? $932,475,204.3 times either 0.01 all the way to 43. That is the total number of messages. Yeah, that's what I imagine too. If it was a personal one, I think they can't do anything. Yeah, but if it's automated, how do you tell Twitch that you have the license to do what you are doing? Right, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to do something. All right, 2 minutes. Well, we can do a lot. So, tell you what, I'm going to place the first flower on this map. And I'm going to place it in the first billboard of this map, which is going to be Foxglove. And that is going to be placed here. So you can see some foxglove. I'm not sure if it would actually bloom in this time of year or in this region on the world, but there you go, foxglove. And now the last minute I'm going to spend trying to get a good angle for a screenshot for the thumbnail. I'm actually going to disable the HUD as well. Actually, maybe it would be better zooming in for this. Actually, if I went into this camera, might be good. Actually, no, it's too far away. Try it. Maybe like this is better. Nah. I'm going to zoom out all the way again. Really? Alright. Before that. So, yeah, that's what I imagined too. If it was a personal one, do anything. Wow, thanks. Maybe it's one of the bots. Maybe. Who's secretly spying on the stream's audio. I don't know that it would have to be a bot. I mean, you could just do it passively. I mean, everything's going over them anyway. I mean, they're definitely listening in on whatever's being said. I hope that isn't the case. Paradise billboard? Billboard? Why billboard? Really? You're going to place the first flower on a billboard? Billboard, right, baseboard. I see. Yes, of course. Shreddies. Oh, I just noticed. You never had to wait for the chat messages to disappear. It doesn't show them for you. Yes, you're right. Oh, well, if you made a screenshot right then and there. Maybe. Like, right, so like this. The field of view like this is definitely better. I mean, something like this is good. But I think that this might be better, having it just like this sort of. Like, what do you think? Do you think this makes for a good thumbnail? Like this? I think that's a good thumbnail. Or maybe this, actually. Let me just wait to see what my webcam looks like, if it's in the way. Nope, it's not in the way. I think that, well, actually, if I imagine the border around it was probably around there. Yeah, I'll probably need to move it down a bit further so that there's space for the border that I put on the thumbnail. Let me just see the effect of that. I know, riveting gameplay. Really riveting gameplay. Moving it down, that is... maybe angle it a bit more so it's like this. That's better. Anyway, I'm going to take a screenshot like this. Well, not a screenshot. I'm going to copy a frame out of the downloaded stream file. Anyway, let me just read chat. Save. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Didn't crash. Great. Quit out of that. Go to the ready screen. There we are. Then it wouldn't show them. But if you snatched a picture from the stream, then it would show them. Yes, I do want that. I do want it to show them because that means people are interacting on stream, which probably makes it more enticing to watch the archive. Shadows looks good, but I did like the one with the Yankee on it. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'll use that one. I don't know. Is that the catchphrase for this channel? I know, riveting gameplay. Well, as long as this gameplay, yes. But if I do end up doing game development on here, or anything other that's not strictly playing a game, then it's not going to be riveting gameplay. So, with that, we have reached the end of the stream. Not the actual end of the stream, because first I have to do two things. Two very important things. Two of the things that are the most important things that anyone has ever done in the history of anybody. The first thing is to announce once again that this stream will be archived on YouTube, and two is shoutouts. So, Kangafanger, he does OMSI 2 live streams, Trainz live streams, he does route building, driving, a lot of fun to watch. He streams on Sunday, Greenwich Mean Time, and yes, also Slovak Eagle. He's part of the Central Europe development team, as I'm sure you can tell by what he's typed in chat. And yes, he also streams when he has the time and when his internet works, but that's also really fun to watch. So, yes, that is shoutouts done, and that is now the actual end of the stream. I know, riveting bug fixing. Yes, that will probably be it. I mean, that's probably going to be like 85%. Kangafango, that's me! Hello, YouTube! Thanks for the shout-out, Paradise. You're welcome. Right, I'm going to give a countdown from 15 to 0, and then I'm going to end the stream just so that everybody's on the same page. So, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.